Okay, I'm just going to set this up here. I am calling, hello diary listeners, I am calling this a moment of silence. Welcome to the Apprenticeship Diaries, where raw meets refined.
Let's be real, we're still working on refining.
What it took, what it takes, and the stories that are made.
Join us as we learn from professionals about how their stories began.
So, not to get all woo-woo here, but I've had some answered prayer, and I thought I'd share it with all of you. I have been finding in my older age that having certain things to help sleep have been essential. If you hear a little dingling in the background, that would be my husband, Rico, leaving for the day. I might interject and, nope, he left. Well, that was him leaving. There are bells on all of our doors. Just so you all know. I am currently recording this podcast episode blindfolded. Don't know why, I just felt inspired. I have not used this yet. I figured I'd see how well it does to actually block the vicious light rays that would seek to hamper my sleep. What am I talking about? Lots of things have had to be implored in my life as I've gotten older. If you are of a certain age and a woman, you will see all kinds of things, especially if you're on the internet. It can be rather depressing. I made a post on Facebook recently about how I would try to pull back from social media and posting and being online because you'd think the venom, the hate, the, derision, people at odds, hate, all that good stuff. I think I already said hate. Would be the thing to deter me and make me pull back. It's not. In fact, it's the ads that I see perpetually, and I have to admit, some of this stuff is really good. I've made a point on this show to only shout out things that I love. I would like to, if I can put a request in with God, only advertise things that I find integral, good. So if I've shouted out something on the show, I stand behind it. I have recently fallen in love, and this was via my good friend, Allie. Allie, the treehouse tattooer, if you want to follow her on Instagram, and I hope that you will. She's awesome. But she turned me on to this. It's called MoonBrew, and it's wonderful. I didn't think that having a cup of hot cocoa as a full-grown adult right before bed would be so fantastic, but it's pretty phenomenal. I think that I use more than the recommended dosage because I want a substantial cup of cocoa. That's my problem with most things. It's too much, but it's phenomenal. It works, guys. This stuff helps put you to sleep. It helps your joints, everything. It talks a lot about cortisol levels and how it reduces cortisol. I don't know about that. Maybe I just have more than the average cortisol laden person. Fun fact, however, I recently discovered, and I would love it if somebody clarified this more, but from my understanding, if there is not enough cortisol present in a human body, we will not present signs of femininity. It is the stress hormone that actually produces female features. So guys, have some empathy with us ladies in the fact that our entire body is comprised, all those curves and things that you love. It's all a product of stress. So I know you try to be kind, but you know, have some extra care and some compassion for what makes us what we are and all the things that you love. Beauty is pain. But anyway, I am blindfolded right now because MoonBrew sent me, this is what I was talking about when I was talking about answered prayer. I have wanted a sleep mask for a long time. Now, I haven't voiced it. I haven't told anybody. I've been looking at them online, kind of setting some things aside and going, do I want to spend that money on a sleep mask? I don't know. My little niece, she sleeps with a sleep mask, and I just think it's so awesome that she like goes to bed and has to have her sleep mask on. It's part of her ritual. I have been wanting to do it because my lovely husband, in order to make peace with how the two of us like to wind down into slumber, this is an essential bit. It's going to get very, very to the point of where I can be completely accosted in the middle of the night because in order for me to fall asleep, so far, I have had to enforce more magnesium for my joints, tape my mouth shut because I'm a mouth breather. And I've been considering, because my husband likes to go to bed with the TV on, a sleep mask. I've also considered, though we've made a compromise with listening to, quote unquote, watching Bob Ross, earplugs. Now, Bob Ross is fine. He's lovely and soothing to go to bed to, but I like silence, or I like to indulge whatever nonsense is in my head. So that's why I'm wearing... Rico came in before I started recording. He's like, "What are you doing with that thing on your head?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm feeling inspired to try it out." I feel like there's something nice about having some of your senses removed. Perhaps it'll do something for me. I'm such a visual person. I count on it so much. And lately I've been really, really, really kind of embracing this need to womb in. I've never felt really this way before, guys. I guess I've always kind of appreciated a bit of drama and nonsense and theatrics and whatever. I don't know if anybody picked up on it, but last week I did not post a podcast. I did make a post for my great uncle Jack, who died in World War II. God rest his soul. I think he was only 20 years old. Maybe just about to turn 21. Can you imagine, guys? Like, I mean, losing your life before you're legally allowed to drink. That's just, and to such a thing. It's not the reason why I didn't post, by the way. I just, honestly, I've been really tired. I don't know. I'm feeling more and more like just not sharing so much. And I don't want to lose any touch with any of you. It's just my body, man. My whole being is in a different place than it was in its 20s. You know, like right now I'm massaging my hip. I just got back this past weekend from my husband's brother's wedding. Congrats to Mikey and Kira, who tied the knot. I hope that they have very long and happy lives together. Cheers. But in going to the wedding, I suffered a fall and a further injury to my already awfully sore and desperate knee. I slipped going into the venue. It wasn't the day of the wedding, praise God, but it was the day before, and while we were all setting up, and I was walking in with a drink, ready to get started, helping set up, and right as I walked in, slipped on the venue's floor, and I couldn't even get out. So what do we need to get done, or what can I help with? And I just landed. My right knee, which was the one that I was leading with, my right leg, could not catch me. It was put under a force that it could not stabilize through, and it just leveled me, man. Pretty sure my ligaments rolled over my kneecap. That's what it felt like. It felt like the times that has happened in the past, though historically, it has not happened to my bad knee. It has happened to my quote-unquote good knee to compensate for the bad knee. This time it happened to the bad knee. And ooh, guys, when it was so bad. So I'm in pain, and I'm trying to I don't know. I'm trying to goofball it away. I'm trying to distract myself from it. I have so much to do. I have so much to do that I've set myself up for. I have this new building that you all know that isn't new per se. It's actually an old building that my family has owned since I was 12, but so much work needs to be done there, and I am rather incapable right now of doing much of it. A weekend wedding kind of put me out. I had to sleep for like a whole day afterwards. It was insane. And my whole right leg is just messed up, guys. Messed up. I'm not seeking empathy or sympathy. It's not it. Maybe just a little bit of understanding, I suppose, or just a reflective moment. You know, that's kind of what I have been attempting to do with these personal entries. I really wanted to try on this mask. I gotta be honest with you. It's pretty neat. Things might not even be recording right now. Hell if I know. I am rather shut off to everything. I've kept my eyes shut. I just opened them, and I can get a little bit of what's down the bridge of my nose if I try, if I wanted to see. But for the most part, these things are pretty good. Let me see if I can position them so I just can't see it all. It's still, kind of. There's still a glimmer of light, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, MoonBrew. They sent me one. I have a subscription because I like it so much. I've been sending it to girlfriends. I gave a pack of it to my sister-in-law to try. Not a full pack. I had tried it first, and I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. And I gave her the rest. I'm hoping that the people I've given it to have been trying it because they all suffer from same kind of stuff, either issues sleeping or, they're all women of an age. We've all hit 40 and going through these weird hormonal things. And it's depressing, guys. It's depressing. And I think that it kind of hits a bigger note too. My church has warned that when you start trying to really seek truth and God and walk a straighter path, the more evil and demonic forces will come out of the woodwork to try to grab you back and mess you up again and offer obstacles. And that's kind of how I feel right now. Is like, oh my God, is this so? I guess what I can offer is as a weekly kind of thought to meditate on is appreciate the pain that you have right now, whatever it is. Think about it. And all last night when I was trying to go to sleep and my leg has just been there's no rest. There's no finding a place on my bed that just offers me a place of comfort and peace. So I really had to meditate into the pain. I'm sure anybody that's been tattooed by me understands what that's like. But I had to just meditate into it and give it to God and say, God, please, take this pain. Take this pain. Absorb it and help me just deal with it. Embrace it and try to sleep and relax beyond it. But appreciate the pain that you have right now, because I was in pain before this, and now I'm in more. And I was kind of getting low on myself before this happened. And now I'm like, wow, this is worse. This is worse. But I'm giving it to God, folks. I'm giving it to God, and I'm wearing my God-given, gifted from MoonBrew sleeping mask, and I will let you guys know. As I was saying, I'm going to be to the point where I am blindfolded with earplugs in, with my mouth taped shut at night, all to find peace and rest. And I guess that's what place I'm in. I know I'm speaking, but there's been a lot more wants for silence or just reception, just to kind of listen and take in, not having to respond, just receive. Yeah. It's all been pretty beautiful. I'm not mad about it. I'm ridiculous, as always. A fool, a big fool. Yeah. But a lot of things that are awesome are happening all around that I am excited for, that I am ready for, in so much as that I don't know. It's just all good stuff. It's all good stuff. My body might break under the weight of it, but it's all great stuff. It's all good. And I'm just gonna embrace it with some levity. And if everyone is noticing I might not be posting as much, that's purposeful. I'm feeling this need to pull back a little bit and kind of womb up. WOMB, womb up and heal a bit. A Memorial Day too, guys. Like I didn't talk about it because I didn't post, but I was feeling like crap. I was feeling like such crap. Enrico was so excited because he's in such good shape. So he was so excited to have a long weekend and take on the day. And we ended up visiting my cousin for the first time this year, really on the lake, which was awesome. It was honestly such a bright point of the day, but my body was in pain then. And I was just, I don't know, I was feeling it like, I found, so that day, and I don't want to disparage my mother, but if this story can offer some relatability, I'd like that to be the, I don't know, the overarching point of telling the story. But, and maybe some awareness. I don't know. But I've explored a lot of things with my knee already. Again, it's called synovial chondromatosis. And it's a word salad that essentially means that I have what the professionals would call free-floating benign tumors all throughout my synovial tissue of my right knee. It usually only affects one knee. Knees are the most common, though typically it doesn't affect women as much as men, though it does affect some lucky women like me. Doesn't have genetic causes. Not that they're aware of. They know what it is. They don't know what causes it. It's wonderful that way. And they can do a surgery to completely remove the synovial tissue, which in itself sounds not great. I mean, I don't know what would be better. I was kind of wrestling with that before Memorial Day. I was feeling the pain in my leg and realizing how desperate I've let my body get to. How behind I am physically and how much I hurt and how much movements hurt. And I was like, oh God, what do I do? Do I get a surgery? What surgery? Would it help to have a bionic leg? To just have metal in there that would actually be a working joint? Because I've been told too that I have bone on bone erosion when it comes to my actual knee. And there's all this fluid that's extra around my joint. And as I've shared with y'all and failed miserably, having a diet that is really anti-inflammatory is the way to go. So I have attempted for less than a month to eat only meat, which I had remarkable results from. However, hardest diet I've ever had. Really, really tough. And I cracked. When I hit my cycle, man, I cracked. I would do it differently now, but I'm feeling like I need to get back to it. in truth. But here's the deal. I am basically allowed, if I were to eat and take in what I should be to combat what's happening in my knee, I'm basically only allowed to eat meat. With very little salt, too, which just... You're going to take everything else from me, but he's like, leave me the salt, man. But apparently salt I can't really have either because it makes me retain water, which I know. And so getting to what my mother did, she sent me, before I even woke up on Memorial Day, this fear of hers plus article with pictures of something called lipidemia. And what it is fat, extra fat retention on your lower limbs. And apparently the fat is harder and it hurts when touched and it like collects in nodules and stuff. And there's like a whole test for it. Apparently, but get this. It seems new. It seems like one of those things where they're trying to medicalize everything. Like, so I'm sure it's an actual condition. I don't know, but it sounds suspect. It sounds like the medical industry trying to make a buck off of something. So there's no blood test for it. Suspect. Okay, there's no blood test. It could be genetic. It mostly is. Okay. The way they diagnose it is visual. They got to look at you. So I got to pay for somebody to look at me and then do this test that they do where they grab your second toe. And if they can't pitch it, you're positive for this. And upon looking at you and seeing how your weight distribution is. So what did I do? I grabbed my second toe. I read all about it. I grabbed my second toe. I can pinch flesh on my second toe. So I was like, well, I'm negative. Negative. I don't see why I got to have a doctor to tell me to pinch my toe for me. I can pinch my toe. And there's just things that it just doesn't seem to correlate. Now, I do harbor a lot of fat on my lower region. I was always told that was ideal because it's better than having it around your organs, right? So, yay. But now it's like, oh, you have lipidemia. And this is the thing, guys. Everything that I had to do already for my knee is what I gotta do for lipidemia if I had it. So my mom sends this to me. She's loving, she's caring, she's just worried about me. She saw it, she sent it. That's what my mom does. She sees something, she says something. I appreciate it. However, it reminded me of everything that I have to do already ahead. I'm like, wow, it's Memorial Day. My family has always suffered a tremendous loss that I have known of my whole life because my grandmother has always shared about losing her brother in World War II. And to think about him only being 20 and me living 2 times longer than him, and then looking at my body in this state and thinking, wow, dude, 20 more years? I gotta get it together, man. And I'm already tired. And now there's lipidemia that I might have. And the only thing that they offer as like a treatment is liposuction. And I'm not doing that. First of all, my husband loves my legs the way they are. I don't get it, but he loves them. he swears up and down that I do not have this thing. I do have my knee issue. I think that's a lot of the reasons why I have the kind of fat distribution I have, because, you know, the body stores fat where needed and where cushion is needed. Plus, it's a stress response. You're in pain, so your body holds on to extra crap. And yet again, it was reiterated to me that the only thing that I should be eating is meat. Only this time, no salt, really. Less salt. And water. Lots and lots and lots of water. Which, I love water. But I just never drink enough. Like, I never drink enough. I don't know how you drink enough. The amount that I gotta pee on a regular, I don't know how you drink enough. I don't know. So I guess what I can tell you is that this moment of silence is to appreciate this moment, this pain. Give it to God. Because if you do, you might get a really dope sleep mask in the mail that you can wear during a podcast recording. And I don't know. Keep on plucking, I guess. Keep on plucking. But diary listeners, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep doing this. The podcast may get sillier. I can't say one way or the other, but I am still here. I am still going. I know I didn't last week. No notice, no mention, no nothing. I just didn't post. It was weird. It was weird to just let it go. Let it go and not care. But a couple plugs. MoonBrew. Check it out. Really, really good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Treehouse Tattooer, to follow her. Definitely check out MoonBrew, guys. It's the truth. I didn't think that magnesium itself, which I was already having awesome results with, magnesium glycinate, I didn't think that could get better, but it can. Put it in the hot chocolate form with reishi and all these other wonderful things that help you go to sleep. Oh my God. Not to mention, it's chocolate. So whether I'm eating all meat or not, I'm having my MoonBrew. So definitely do the MoonBrew thing. Also, I entered a contest, so some prayers would be great because I'd love to win it. It would be really cool. I took one of my pre-drawn designs. The company's name is YolohaYoga. It's a cork yoga mat company. The prize is, from what they say, up to $3,000 in cash and prizes, which I guess is like a collection of things all together. They award, I think, for the top prize, $1,500, and then you get a mat printed with your artwork on it, and you get to maintain the rights to your artwork, which was pretty cool. I used a pre-designed piece that I continued to design, and I made specifically for the yoga mat. So I'm pretty excited. I called it just Flamingo because it's of a flamingo. And I figured it was, I don't know. It was a good play on Just Let Go. Very yogi. Very yogi. Namaste. Just flamingo. Yeah. So I'd love to win. That'd be really cool. You know, it was really fun. If you would like to enter, you have a couple days. I'll be putting this out a little earlier, I think, than 7, just to let it release it. Because the other compromising thing that's been happening is that the time that I usually release my podcast is in perfect alignment with when I'm taking my accounting course, my accounting and bookkeeping course. So it's been really hard to do both. That's been the other hiccup lately, has been trying to learn things and post things at the same time. It's been a lot of taking in and then putting out and trying to manage both of those things literally at the same time. So with the personal entries, I'm probably just going to post them and release them and keep it simple. Yeah. But yeah, Yoloha. Yoloha is the company's name, and you have 2 more days. June 5th is the deadline. So if you would like to, as an artist, go in and submit, your artwork for them, it's pretty easy. I recommend working in layers and putting like a cork color background on it as you're designing, just because they can't print white. It says all this, but like there's some hacks if you have certain things to your disposal digitally. I recommend putting a layer in the background and seeing what your colors are going to be like when printed, because it'll help you understand what they're able to do. But yeah, I entered it, and if you're not going to enter, please send me some love and prayers. I'd love that. Again, you have 2 days, so you're going to have to get on it. Probably less than 2 days now, because it's like midday today on the 2nd, I believe. Yeah. Oh, no, the 3rd. I think this is the 3rd. I think it's the 3rd. Yeah. Anyway, you don't have much time. Also, my dear friend Gunnar is doing a concept creation course. Please check him out. He is amazing. Art of Gunnar is his IG, I do believe. So please go check that out. He's really being inspired and doing a lot of amazing things. Go sign up to be on the wait list. He's the perfect person to be doing this course. He's well-read, conceptual in himself, such a talent. Just knows how to, what would you call it? I guess ideascape. But he's really been prolific lately, and he's working to culminate all of that into a really great lesson. And he's very passionate about, I guess, turning up the spark in everybody else that might need a little extra oxygen put on them to see what ideas and creations might take place. So it's a very exciting prospect. And I can't think of a better mentor for that. So go check out Art of Gunnar and my friend Gunnar and his seminar series, his education series. Looks to be really cool. And he himself is doing a lot of things to educate himself. He's jumping right into a lot of stuff that is uncomfortable for him, but that he's doing because it's new, it's exciting, and it's just of what you have to do in order to put on these kind of educational spaces. So I'm very, very excited for him. Prayers for him. As always, reinventing the tattoo, incredible. Can never say enough about it. And Black Dagger books. These are things that I have been very fond of. And recently, I want to circle back to a main hub of what has brought so much to my life. People that I still engage with, that I'm now good friends with, that I've interviewed on the podcast, that I've had the pleasure of working next to, bunking with at times. Just fantastic connections. I owe much of it to a man that I've never met in actual life, but that I value so highly. So please look him up wherever you can. I believe he's on YouTube. He definitely has a podcast, the Jason Stapleton program. But if you don't know about Jason Stapleton, check him out. He's a wonderful guy, brilliant. And if you're trying to transform something in your life into like maybe a side hustle, or you're trying to create more online or write copy, or, you want to listen in to what the stock market is doing, or if you want a balanced perspective on politics or culture, it's just, the guy is awesome. And I have met all of these amazing people through him. So I got to shout him out. With that, everyone, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to soak in Epsom salts and try to study for my accounting class tonight. I'm going to post this lovely gem, and I am sending prayer and love and all the great things to all of you. Appreciate the pain that you have right now. Give it to God. Be grateful, because just know that it can always get worse. Have a powerful week, everyone. Later.
Thanks for listening. You can find the Apprenticeship Diaries on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Our IG is the_apprenticeship_diaries. If you would like to offer constructive criticism or an interview, drop us an email at theapprenticeshipdiaries@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from our listeners.